Hello. You're way off camera. Hold on, come closer.
I'm mad at him today. I'm not allowed to tell you why. If we get 50 likes on this video, I'll tell you why I'm mad at Mark.
It's because I had a Croque Monsieur, and Croque Monsieur did what it does to tummies.
Yeah, he's got a fan blowing it at me.
It's blowing it away.
No, it's blowing it at me. You are here, and the fan is there, and it's blowing the smell at me.
God. We love you guys.
Super serious business coaches. Hey,
super serious.
Yeah. Hey, you can hire me as a coach. That's a thing that we also are doing right now.
Too close.
But we've probably just scared most of our audience away because I'm sitting in a green cloud. I don't even know what day. Is it Wednesday? Is it Wednesday?
It's Wednesday, my dudes.
We still have 2 more days of this. Happy Wednesday, guys. We're going to be critiquing your shops in just a few minutes. I saw that there's a couple people who are joining us for the first time. Hopefully you're not I see lots of flags in the chat. I really hope you're not from a country where you're really offended by like farts or something, because you just ruined it. You ruined the whole stream, Mr. Moore.
You're
shame.
welcome.
Everybody, that like the lady with the bell, Game of Thrones, shame. Shame, where she's walking Cersei through the crowd. Anyway, guys, happy Wednesday. Welcome to Critique Week. We're here with Bubbers, and we're going to be critiquing your shops in just a minute. Please don't submit your shop early. We will let you know exactly what we need from you.
You'll see a little go from a yellow highlighted name. It's her name.
Yes, when you see me post the word go in the chat, that's when we will have you put your shops in. So give us just a minute to get through our spiel. First and foremost, we do Critique Week for, let's see, June and December. In June, we do Critique Week for the Trevor Project. There is a donation link down below. If you haven't been totally grossed out by today's stream and you want to donate to our summer charity, which is the Trevor Project, they provide phone lines, chat lines, text lines, and lines of support to LGBTQ plus youth under the age of 18 who may be experiencing suicidal thoughts or possibly don't have support systems at home. They do so much for the kids, so please consider donating if you enjoy the stream and if you want to show us some support this week. That is the best way to do so. Every single penny counts, and we've already raised a hefty amount.
Yes, we have.
So there's that. We also do Critique Week because Handmade Alpha Academy, my self-paced Etsy coaching program, is now open. We only open that twice a year, once in June for 10 days and once in December for 10 days. That program is completely self-paced. Once you're in for life. You get support from me for life. You get 12 months of eRank Pro. You get annual access to our Alpha Holiday Boot Camps, which we host every fall. Normally, you pay $60 to $120 for those on their own, but those are included for life. This year, we're going to be doing a lot of like fun analytics, data tracking for the boot camp to really help you guys like buckle down on your holiday sales. And you also get replays of the past boot camp sessions as well. You also get the Product Photography Essentials Workshop by photography coach Christina Nicole. That on its own is normally, I think, $300, and you're getting that included with your membership. And she teaches you how to do all of that with your smartphone and natural light. So you don't have to buy a bunch of stuff to get expert product photography. Handmade Alpha Academy has a 30-day, zero questions asked money back guarantee. So if you get inside and you decide that it's not for you, you are more than welcome to request a refund for the program as long as you do so within 30 days.
And you're nice.
And you're nice. Don't say that Starla has a big ugly face. You can't say Mark is stinky though. I want to refund.
That's a fact.
Mark is stinky.
That's a fact.
Guys,
if you guys are interested in checking it out, I am posting the link in the chat. Should be a clickable link. You can go check it out. Everything you would possibly need to know about it is on that page.
We will be more than happy to answer some questions about Handmade Alpha Academy towards the end. I would rather answer those live than via email, but if you've got a more personal question or something that's a little bit longer, you're more than welcome to email me. I've just been glued to my inbox all week, so I will reply pretty darn quick. You can email me directly at starla@handmadealphaacademy.com. He'll put it in the chat. Or if you get regular emails from me, just respond to any of those and I will get it. All right, Mr. Moore, you want to show them?
I do want to show them. How did he get there? So, when I post go, not before I post go, all I need is this. I should make like a quick thing that I can just play.
Yeah.
Quick little animated thing.
Not the link.
Not this. Just this. Please don't type it out with spaces and whatnot. I will just ignore it. I use a random generator when I pick these, so everyone's chance is exactly equal, and I have it set to automatically delete duplicates. So please do not spam your shop. I am going to go ahead and post go here. I'm going to say it early. That way when I post it in the chat, it lines up pretty correctly. So I'm just going to keep going, and it should be right about now.
Hayden said, I just realized, Darla, I think I have your same chair. Mine... What is mine? Mine's the DX Racer.
Yeah, DX Racer.
But I can't remember what the series. Oh, Drift series. It says it right on the right on the back. I need a new one. Look how gnarly it is. I definitely need a new chair. That's what we should do. We should auction my chair. Get the same chair that all Starla's butt funk and farts have been in.
Butt funk and
farts. We'll donate it to charity. Donate all the money.
Professionals, don't you know?
Well, you know what? I would sell my chair, but honestly, I don't know how to ship it. I don't want to ship this chair. Anyway.
You would probably do industrial freight, something like that.
You know what I do with stuff that I don't want anymore? I put it out
outside and somebody will take it.
I put it out at the end of the driveway with a free sign on it, and then it just disappears. Someone will come get it. So, yeah. Anyway, guys, how you guys doing? We're going to be here tomorrow and Friday, same time, same place. So if for any reason you don't get picked today, we got 2 more days of these. Also keep in mind that if you've been here for a lot of these, you probably know already that we say a lot of the same things over and over again. So even if you don't get picked, you can learn a lot.
Who else is drinking coffee? I made the mistake of taking my SSRIs right before the stream, and when I come up on my SSRIs, I yawn uncontrollably, if you cannot tell.
You should show them that mug that I got you on Etsy. I wish I remember the shop. It's been a couple years. That mug with the mustache mug.
I don't know the shop.
No, I'm saying show them the mug.
I literally just did.
No, the mustache part.
It's got a mustache hole.
Yeah, it protects his mustache. Isn't it pretty?
All right, I'm going to go ahead and post stop. We will do another rerun of this sometime around 12:30. Don't worry, Mustafa. I got your shop in there too. And Room to Grow Kids shop.
Okay, but that's it.
That's it. I'm not doing anybody else.
And then we will do a re-up here in just a few minutes at probably 12:30.
And I'm going to go ahead, since I can see you spamming your shop name, I'm timing you out, and you've lost your opportunity to be in this run.
Don't spam your shop name.
If I physically see you spamming your shop name, I will put you in timeout.
Why? I feel like it's common sense, but maybe it's not. Maybe I need to make sure that I say all the rules.
Not only are you wasting your time because it automatically deletes duplicates, you're taking away you're attempting to take away opportunities from other people.
If you see you got to read the room, man. You see everybody only submitting their shop once. It's usually, you got to read the atmosphere. If nobody else is doing it, then it's probably not what you do. All right. Ooh, the random picker. I wish they could see it. It's like a little wheel.
I don't, because then it shows shops that are copyright that we skip.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right.
So I try not to do that.
I guess we should also point that out. We won't pick your shop if we notice like blatant copyright infringement. I did have a couple people. They're like, I make Alice in Wonderland based on the original books and not the Disney version.
We are pretty well versed in common public domain items. If it's something like super duper obscure and we can't tell, we'll skip it. But 9 times out of 10, it's not a big secret that something is in the public domain. So
Yes.
All right, I just need to double check this. Can you put your leg down before you blow your hip out?
You know what? That's not that.
Yeah,
That sounds inappropriate.
it does.
There was just something about that you said that doesn't sound right.
I don't see any problems here.
Yeah.
It looks lovely.
Very cute. I'm ready.
I think we are good to Gucci here.
All right.
Screenshot.
Jennifer Doyle Art. Jennifer, I feel like I know your name. Do I know your name? Do I know who you are? I feel like I know you. You're in Ohio. Let's see. Cute stickers, bookish for those who love to create. I'm getting mixed messages here. There's a lot of inconsistencies. Jennifer Doyle Art, homemade art and design made with love. And then some stock images, Jennifer Doyle. But listen, cute stickers, bookish for those who love to create. This is very keyword stuffed. Are you art? Are you design? Are you bookish? Are you, I don't see any sticker there's nothing sticker related in your banner. I'm getting a lot of mixed messages here. If you're bookish, which is a real hot niche, I'm in it. My whole shop is bookish. I would lean into the bookish aesthetic because what I'm getting from your banner is more like boss babe kind. You know what I mean? Like mom boss. I'm definitely not getting bookish. Homemade art and design, that tagline doesn't mean anything to me. I'm not getting any feeling from that. I would hope that if it's your art, I would hope that if it's your art that it's homemade or made with love. I think that you could really create some stronger emotions here because from what I'm seeing, the slogan or tagline, it's just kind of meh. And the banner isn't, while it's crisp, it's not helping me to understand your brand at all. And I only see one instance of the word bookish. So if that's your niche, everything you need to do needs to align with that niche when it comes to your visible branding. Stickers are not a niche, they're an industry. What is your niche? Art is not a niche, it's an industry. What is your niche? So help me to better understand your brand. And going down, great product photos and super, they fit perfectly.
Yes.
With the bookish aesthetic. I could definitely see, somebody using planners. I feel like you have a perfect bookish theme. It doesn't match this at all. In fact, all this green that you're using for your backgrounds, it make your branding that color. Your branding shouldn't be pink. It looks like you really love this green background, with the plants. That fits perfect with the bookish. Give me some branding that would make me feel like I'm reading in a greenhouse. I'm in an enchanted fairy garden on a stump reading a book. And I feel like that will fit perfectly with this vibe that you're already giving off. It almost feels like you wanted your brand to go one direction and then you took it a different direction. But they're super cute. I would just love to see it align more. These product photos aren't great. There's very uneven lighting, poor reflections. They give off the products aren't dirty, but the background, when there's uneven lighting, give off the perception of dirty. Whereas these are crisp and clean. Mm-hmm. I would take all of these other pieces, especially like the froggies. The froggies would look so cute in the green. Take all of this stuff outside and photograph it somewhere else. Even the sticker sheets, you could hold them in your hand. In fact, you don't need to set them down like this. Hold them in your hand. That gives me a better idea of how big they are. Overall, very, very cute. I think that product photos, though, down here, it looks like you've taken a new direction. So you just need to take this direction and start applying it to past products so that your brand isn't being judged for, this older style of photos that it looks like you're kind of evolving out of.
That frog on the books is adorable.
They're all super cute. I love that you have some photos in here, but what you don't have is an about section. You have about section photos, but I want a compelling headline. and some body text. So treat your about section like a newspaper. What grabs their attention first? The photo, right? You've got a big photo in your newspaper, and then the gripping headline that gets them excited to read the article, and then the article that tells the story. Your about section is one of the factors that contributes to your ranking in search because it contributes to your overall customer and marketplace experience score. That is your positive scoreboard with Etsy that shows Etsy that they can trust you because you've taken the time to fill those areas out. So right now your shop might be considered incomplete by Etsy without having those sections in there. The photo, you know, are they waterproof? Things like that. I'm going to click on one of your newer ones. I will say that you only have one featured item. You can feature up to 4. Get some more in here just so you don't have your little cutie ghost all by himself. What's the difference between these two? Are they the same?
Might be A/B testing. The lighting looks a little bit different. Like she took 2 separate photos.
Yeah, it looks like you might. Oh no, one's holographic. One's holographic.
Ah, got it.
Okay. I'm wondering if there's a better way to show that one's holographic. It took me a minute. I mean,
listing videos is what you would do for that.
That's true.
Where you would turn it.
Oh yeah, you definitely need some listing videos in there. And another little thing, and I'm gonna say this as nice as possible, but I know that the chat's gonna back me up. When you're doing product photos with stickers, and this is speaking as somebody who has the most garden fingernails ever, they are constantly full of dirt from gardening. Paint your fingernails when you are, or get yourself 2 stick-on nails. You only need 2 of them. And
just the ones that are in the frame.
I do this. I have a pack or like 10 packs of fake nails that I keep and reuse for product photos. And I will just pick ones that match whatever book. And I don't even.
Somebody said the mic sounds funky.
Does it?
Shouldn't be. Let me,
I'll just keep talking while he's fixing it. I don't even stick them permanently. I very gently stick it just on my thumb and index finger, just little press-on nails that I buy, and I use ones that match whatever book or product that I'm doing. For example, we're licensed by Sarah Maas, so for Court of Thorns and Roses, if it's like the first book, I actually have some nails with roses and green leaves that I just bought that I'm going to use for future products. And then I have some that are night sky with clouds so that I can do some night court products. Those little things, and you don't even need to go to that extreme where you do ones that match, the specific product. Make them match your branding color. If you want to go with this green, just get some green, like fun green nails. And those little like spots of color, they help to build overall positive brand perception. When you package these up, stick them in an envelope that matches your branding color. If you don't already. There are so many ways to sprinkle in that color psychology. It's actually one of the very first things that we teach in Handmade Alpha Academy is color psychology because it's so important for building positive perceptions. You could probably get some more product photos in here. Give me a product photo of you making one of your stickers. Give me a product photo of the sticker on, a waterproof. It says it's waterproof or on a water bottle. Show me how it comes packaged if you use a pretty envelope.
There's no problem with the audio. YouTube appears to be having a problem. If it's cutting out, refresh, and it should fix the issue. I don't have any issue over here on my end. And there's nothing... There's a bunch of people saying that the sound is bad. Please... Yeah, we don't have any issues over on our end, so please refresh the stream. If that usually means that YouTube is having a problem.
We'll keep going.
Yeah, keep going. It should be fine. I just checked. The audio is fine.
And again, great quality materials. Not, I would hope so. Don't tell me something that don't brag about the thing that I would expect. You know what I mean? Like, tell me something that I don't know. Or it's like you go to McDonald's and buy that fish sandwich, and it's like now without E. coli. You know what I mean? Like, I would hope so. So I would try to sub this out for something else. Tell me something I don't know about it. Vinyl stickers, waterproof, scratch proof. Okay. This is fine. This would be great. I would love to see this in action, like show, don't tell. Put it on a water bottle and show me that it's waterproof. Do we have the ability, just for giggles and poops? Here, give me just a minute.
Giggles and poops.
Well, I usually say the other word, but YouTube doesn't like it. Bookish ghost sticker, haunted by fantasy, ghostly waterproof vinyl sticker. Hey, what about Halloween? Halloween is you got to get Halloween in there. These little ghosts are super trendy right now, and Halloween searches are already popping off. So, bookish ghost sticker, haunted by fantasy, ghostly waterproof vinyl sticker. Yeah, I would get the word Halloween in here. Overall, really cute. I just want to see you tie your brand together. Can you stop sharing for just a moment? Since Jennifer is in my niche, can you pop up Books and Cold Brews just for a minute? Books and Cold Brews is a shop that I run with Michelle.
Are you screen share?
Yeah. I've stepped away from it quite a bit because we're really, really busy. We started running this shop because this is my experimental shop. I know a lot of people are like, oh, Starla only has 216 sales. Calm down, y'all. I gotta have a shop where I run tests.
Our shop with 40,000 plus sales. That's we can't run that anymore.
But Books and Cold Brews, man, I need to update our banner. It's still got snow on it.
Yep.
Books and Cold Brews is where I run all of my experiments. But what I want to primarily show you, sticky, 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 sticky. Where are my stickies? Bookish products. Yes. Okay. Do I have funky nails in this one?
You might. No.
Yeah. So I only have a nail on one finger. I think just my thumb for these photos. There are so many ways that you can fill out your photos for stickers. I really do try to fill out all 10, but, talking about, for example, if it is a translucent, best applied over a light colored surface. All the information right on one of your listing photos, if possible. We talk about it also being available on a t-shirt, but just trying to fill out those listing photos. I know that it can be really, really hard. We still have a holiday notice in here. I'm a bad shop owner. But regardless, there are so many ways. I know a lot of people are like, it's a sticker. How do I take 20 pictures of a sticker? There are a lot of different ways that you can fill out those photos and help give a sense of scale, help them imagine what that sticker might look like on a water bottle, on a laptop, on a phone case, all the ways that they might want to use it, planner stickers. Just get a little bit creative with those photos so that you can fill out that space. All right. Another one.
Hey, we've done this shop before.
Oh, yeah. She just joined today.
She did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let's do it. Amy, I feel like we just critiqued your shop. I hope that my advice, what have you changed since the last time we critiqued it? Butterfly Tree Creations, honestly, now that we're like, we've gotten to know each other a little bit better. You're in HAA now. You're going through probably the first few modules of HAA. I'm going to be really, really hard on you now because you're in HAA, and I'm going to incorporate in some of the HAA stuff. Handmade embroidered giftable keychains and bag tags. If I were you, a majority of your products seem to be dog themed. I would try to
dog.
I would try to get a couple of the very specific terms, even if it means subbing out some things. Handmade is kind of a given. I think that because you have handmade up here, you might be able to just get rid of that term altogether so that you can focus on optimizing for some of the terms that I'm sure are more likely to help contribute to your overall shop. You have a lot of products here. One thing I will say is that your branding does not match your product photos at all. And I feel like you would do really, really well to play around with your branding colors a little bit. Because your products, they kind of have like an upscale. I could see a man or a woman putting one of these on maybe like their luggage. They look very high end to me. And I feel like this gray dish here, if you were to sub out your background for this, kind of gray color and swap your fonts to, the green you could do because you've incorporated it into your like succulent here, or even just a clean white and maybe make the animals that green. It would lend a little bit more of those emotions. I feel like you have a very feminine banner, and to me, it actually doesn't match. It doesn't match your product photos or the quality of your work. I think that you could go a little more upscale. You know what I mean? Like a little more clean, crisp, minimalist, if that makes sense. I feel like you could I don't know. And I think that the watercolor background, I'm not really a fan of the pink watercolor.
She said, I really want to change my branding and possibly my shop name.
I would. The shop name, I would definitely change it. Work through those first few modules of HAA, modules 2 and 3 especially. Start identifying that ideal target customer. What I'm seeing is somebody who has either a really nice purse, or a man who maybe he travels a lot, and he wants something that looks upscale. He doesn't just want like a clattery, loud plastic acrylic keychain on his nice work bag. So he gets one of these, or his wife gifts him one of these so that he can kind of show his nerdy side while still matching his really, really nice leather bag. Or maybe it's someone who, I'm thinking of a woman who has a really nice beige Tiffany & Co. beige Coach purse, and she wants a little keychain or a little bag clip that matches it. But she wants her cat, and she doesn't want to tarnish like her nice purse by having a cheapo keychain on there. She wants something that's really, really nice. I would personally, if you had, you only have the one long-haired Chihuahua and it's black in your shop. But I would put one of these on my dog's bags for the kennel. When they go to the kennel and we pack their bags, I would put one on each bag just as a cute little, like, this one belongs to Sugar Bear and this one belongs to Amy. Honestly, a majority of your shop appears to be dogs. I feel like you have a real strength there. Dogs and cats. I would be curious to see if the other products sell as well, because if not, you might like making the other things. They might be an idea to branch into another shop, but you might do better really just narrowing down on the dogs and cats. Amber Marie, one of our most successful students ever, she started out she's an artist. She draws dogs and pet portraits, but she started out drawing all kinds of animals, and now she just does all different dog breeds, and that's the thing that exploded her in popularity.
Oh, look at that little dork.
Little dork, little baby, little sweet baby. Look at all these. Look at where this is where your strength is. Think about the brand Cuddle Clones. Have you ever seen Cuddle Clones? Cuddle Clones will take a photo of your dog or your deceased dog and make an exact replica of your dog. And a lot of their photos, are like this, where you're holding, the product next to the dog. If you were to really hone in on the branding, focusing on the dogs and cats, possibly focusing on the memorializing aspect. Honestly, I would try to replicate Cuddle Clones marketing with the dog and cat products, because it's you got a dad one that sold, but it really looks like the dogs are what sell. And the cats. And the other products, you could split those up, you could save them for live shows, but I mean, go with what works, man. It looks like these are the things that people really want, and that could be your moneymaker. And the more you tell Etsy that that's what, you want to be known for, the stronger your brand is going to be, because the more likely it is that Etsy is going to recommend those products. And I'm not saying that you have to completely do away with the other products. You've got over 14,000 sales. But when it comes to refining your brand, I would really begin considering catering everything that you do back to the dogs and cats. More about me, not really the most compelling headline. The photos are great, but as you work through HAA, I believe module 6, yes, module 6, we have an about section narrative that helps you to build a compelling about section. So just work your way through the program, and that will kind of help you to make a more compelling story that helps to connect your ideal customer to you. Love that you have kitty and puppy right in your shop members. Those are always fun to see. Get some copy and paste emojis in here. Again, if you want to lean into the dogs and cats, or
cats.
Yeah, or threads. They've got a little thread emoji. You can paste those right in and let them serve as bullet points, and it just kind of breaks things up and adds a pop of color and personalization. Let's see. Product photos are fantastic, though. I absolutely love these. This one sticks out like a sore thumb compared to the others. But let's see. I'll just click on one of the dog ones. Again, Etsy's pick badge. Looks like you're doing really, really well for these. I love that you're showing off the texture. This is a perfect listing video. Showing sense of scale. Yeah. Really no critiques on the photos at all.
You've nailed this part of it.
Yeah, this is perfect. Love that. Love that. Okay, let's see. Realistic yellow lab keychain. Embroidered Labrador Retriever, key fob or bag charm, great gift for dog lover. Okay, yeah, I really don't see any red flags with your keywords. I think that your branding is the thing that I feel like you put so much time into your products, and your branding just kind of feels like hastily put together. You know what I mean? So as you work through HAA, and that ideal target customer, since you have so many sales under your belt, what I'm going to recommend to you is that you really deep dive into some of the existing customers. You can do that by looking right through. We just did this one. Yeah. You can really dive into their profiles, because that information is public for most users. Start looking at them, start looking at the people, start looking at past purchases and things like that, because I feel like you're going to find some commonalities that can represent that ideal target customer. Just keeping in mind that not every customer needs to fit that ideal target customer perfectly. They're for your reference only.
All right, I am going to go ahead and post go in the chat. We're going to go ahead and do one more, and then we will pick from the new list. Mm-hmm. So once you see go in chat, you can post your shop name. Please no spaces, no links, nothing like that. They get automatically rejected.
All right, let's do it.
Let's do it. Screenshot.
Rosehip Ramble. That's a fun name. I would love to see. Honestly, I don't like this banner because it tells me nothing about the flower wreaths. There's dried flowers up here, but give me this beautiful logo that you have here. A black banner is, to me,
power statement.
It's a power statement. Black for your branding color is a powerful color. Think about brands that use the color black. Sephora, think about their branding. Adidas, think about their branding. These are powerful brands that don't need a bunch of crazy colors to represent them. That black with your brand name, and can you, the Rosehip Ramble, center align that in here? The way that it's like kind of at the lower quadrant. Bump that up. It's very off balance, but this shape represents a wreath to me. So switching to just a beautiful upscale black banner, I think would really serve your brand. You've got a photo of yourself out in nature, which definitely lends to your dried flower wreaths. Dried flower wreaths. I feel like you might be able to optimize just a little bit more. Are there any other terms that you could get in here? Remember, this is part of your keyword optimization. Even if it's dried flower wreaths for blah, blah, blah. Ethically sourced dried flower wreaths. I don't know anything about your products, but, you know, just ways that you could incorporate in more keywords that might be searched. But the branding, again, something that I think is going to bring your shop to the next level. Product photos aren't great, and it's very challenging with your type of product. This is the dapple light is the worst possible scenario for lighting a product photo, because it washes out some areas with bright light and it darkens others with shadow, and it completely takes away the color. You've got very uneven lighting on a lot of these. It looks like you, but these are good. This is, yeah, these are good. The lighting's a lot more even. Reevaluate some of these. If you are charging $85 for a product, everything needs to align with that price point, including your branding and including your product photos and your product videos. I know that the sun doesn't always cooperate, and that, you know, this will do for now. But the first nice day that we have where, you know, either your porch or area is shaded, or where, you know, maybe the sky's just a little bit overcast, get back out there and re-record this video and try to reshoot some of these photos. These are okay though, because there's nice even lighting and the shadows are soft. If you look down in this lower right hand quadrant, you'll notice that the shadows are kind of blurry. That's what you want. You don't want sharp shadows. You want very blurry, soft shadows. This one here, there's too much going on. This, let your product shine on their own as singular items, not crowded by anything else. This one, you need to take a step back, allow it to be taking up a majority of the space, but, you know, dead centered like some of these. It's like some of these photos are fantastic, and then some of them I feel like, you know, you're just victim to your circumstance when it comes to lighting. And that's definitely something I see a lot for wreath sellers, because your products are so large. But you have to, especially when it comes to a $425 product, this side is completely washed out. It's so bright, and there's almost a haze, which takes away from things like color. It misrepresents what people are going to receive. To me, I don't see the uniqueness. I just see a bunch of plants. I just see a bunch of dried flowers. I want to see what this actually looks like. And in a photo, I'm sure that you can probably agree that it's probably way more beautiful in your hands than it is on screen. And your goal here should be to match your photo quality to what the item actually looks like. Even if you don't take Handmade Alpha Academy, Christina Nicole has a fantastic YouTube channel. Can someone please type it into the chat for me? Christina Nicole is a fantastic product photography coach, and she teaches you how to do everything with your smartphone. Her YouTube channel is a gold mine. Go start going through her videos. If you're going to charge these high price points, you've got to get your photos matching up to par. And again, that branding will help to lend a bit of authority in your niche so that you can profit from these high prices rather than just having things listed at these high prices. It does look like you have a few sales, but not as many as I think you should have, for as much work as you clearly put into these. I'm sure that you would probably like to have more sales. All these little pieces and contributions to your brand are going to assist in that. Love this photo. This is a perfect photo. I would love to see you put this photo, if you haven't already, right in one of your listings. It's almost like a meet the maker type photo. Yeah, these are fantastic. I can't read this. I would split these into their own photos. They're way too small and they're blurry, so I can't read it at all. But love the smiling face. I feel trust. I feel excited to buy from you, because you are forming that warm, fuzzy, positive connection. 31 sales since 2024. Not too bad. I would love to see you have more sales though. This is a great tagline. My floral story. That's a fantastic headline here. Perfect. You could get some, again, the little emojis. You could get some little flower emojis and you know, pop them in there. Let's see. I'm going to pick on this one because it's the expensive one. Oh, you need more listing photos in there. I want to know how these come packaged. I want to see a close-up. Close-up photos. Look at all these colors. Look how beautiful this is. I don't see any of those colors in this photo. I see them. It almost looks gray. Yeah, you need to get these product photos on point because this is a beautiful piece and we're losing that. Yeah, these are nice. More photos. Show me how it comes packaged. Get that photo of yourself smiling, you know, with your work. Tell me a little bit more about the flowers that are in it. You could even do a photo that says this wreath includes, and then list all of the plants that are in this wreath. So I can see, you know, with my eyes, if I'm not able to pick them out here, I can see a list of everything that's in here. Dried botanical wreath with eucalyptus varieties, yarrow, pink globe thistle. Okay, this is a lot of keywords that I will never search. I don't think that anybody is searching for pink globe thistle. You're thinking like a seller, not like a buyer. If I was going to spend $425 on a wreath, I might search for large cottagecore wreath, front door decor, entryway decor, housewarming gift, new homeowner gift. Dried botanical wreath might not be the best keyword either. I don't know offhand, but I would definitely start looking at some of the competitors in your industry and jotting down some of the terms that they're using. Pop those suckers into eRank and do a little bit of investigative research, or use the competitor tool in eRank and you can, you know, see their tags and titles directly.
These wreaths are gorgeous.
They are. I want to see better representations of the products and more keywords that are going to.
I bet they smell good too.
Yeah. And that's another thing that you could put if they do smell good. Aromatic, that might be something that you want to throw in there. Vintage lavender rosebud wreath, ideal wedding or birthday gift. I feel like it's such a bland. I feel like you could get a little bit more in depth here. Yeah. They're so pretty. I really, really think that the product photos just aren't doing them justice. I mean, this one actually isn't too bad. Honestly,
that's a lot of detail. It's hard to capture that much detail with a picture.
Yeah, the lower half is actually kind of blurry, isn't it?
It's probably an autofocus issue. It's kind of, like I said, unless you have a camera that you're adjusting all of the variables for, it's really hard to capture all that much detail.
Yeah, but Christina actually teaches all that. She teaches you how to beautiful products. Just I would work on trying to get all other aspects of your brand to align with how beautiful your products are and those price points. The branding especially, and the good product photos, those elements alone allow you to charge more. People are more willing to pay a higher price when they enter a storefront that is positioned in a way that aligns with that price point, similar to Tiffany & Co. Tiffany & Co. is absolutely beautiful. Their branding is beautiful. It's iconic. And their pieces are insanely expensive. But it's why Tiffany & Co. can charge like $400 for a paper clip, for example. I wonder if anybody actually bought them paper clips that they were selling.
You know they did. You know for a fact that they did.
Okay.
All right. Cute shot. Now, I did have 3 people that I tent banned for 5 minutes for spamming their shops. Next time, if I see it, it's a permaban. So don't do it again, please.
Don't spam it.
Don't spam it.
Don't spam it.
It automatically deletes it. It doesn't bother me, but it does you're trying to take away time from other people. So it's an auto get rid of you.
ArtsByCrazy Daisy. So, artists are one exception to my branding rule where I allow you guys to break my rules of consistent color palettes and things, because art represents its own style and that lends to your branding. As long as your art is a consistent cohesive theme similar to Thomas Kincaid. All of his art was very similar. You clearly have a very, very similar style for all of your art. Because of that, I am already creating the emotions, and I don't necessarily need a logo to do that, because you are representing yourself as the artist and your style represents itself. So I think that it's phenomenal. Happy art to color your home and life. Super cute. I love that you've added in the emojis right into your tagline. Very cute. Great banner. Very crisp. Gives me an idea of what you sell and the type of person you sell to. Even your bracelets and your little painted toes. It's these little...
The froggy fan is cute.
Yeah, this attention to detail.
How durable are these fans? Just out of curiosity. I've been looking for a real art fan for music festivals, but the thinner wood ones I'm always worried will break easy.
Yeah, music festivals are big for the fans, but since they're wooden, they might...
These look like they're plastic.
Let's see. Ooh, pretty. Yeah, these are beautiful.
Yeah, those are really pretty.
I really like the yellow background that you're using for some of these. I'm assuming this is a wall in your home. It looks really nice. Very cute. I mean, great product
You
photos.
said they're very durable.
You could, honestly, if I were you, I would just stick it in your tags and titles just to see if it does anything. But we're approaching, I mean, we are in music festivals.
It is currently festival season, yeah.
These fans, literally everyone has one. They even make, we have a holders for our fans that you wear on your belt.
Yeah, I've got a holster.
Yeah.
They're a mandatory necessity.
Everyone has one.
Obviously, don't change anything that's selling. Never touch anything that's selling.
Right. Very pretty. I mean, great product photos, a consistent, cohesive style.
Your art is adorable. Piece that I have.
Oh, awesome. Oh, I love all the little emojis. Your shop makes me feel happy. You have told me how I should.
Forehead. How many foreheads are we gonna get?
Nice to meet you. I don't think I need to explain this.
Everybody, I think it's a scaling issue. I think it's a Windows scaling issue because my computer set to scale to 200%. I think it scales this particular picture to 200%. Because most people are like, it didn't look like that when I uploaded it. I think it's a scaling issue.
Test it out on some different browsers just to see. Oh,
excuse me.
I would love to see. Oh yeah, there we go. I was gonna say I would love to see your paint. But yeah, perfect. Love all the emojis. Again, the whole like happy art. I feel like you've got such a fun like hippie vibe. FAQs, you've got all those fun emojis. Get some FAQs in there. See, we wanted to know if the fans were durable enough for music festivals. That's a great FAQ. All right. I think I'm gonna
Why did Etsy move the announcement to the bottom?
I think
they like to play wiffle ball with each other's foreheads in their free time because they like to make some really stupid decisions every once in a while.
I'm gonna take a peek here. Okay. Oh, so cute.
It's adorable.
Love that you got your nails done and the bracelets and all. It's so pretty.
Fan, Ray fan.
Yeah, perfect. Oh, yeah. Rave fan. You could do pop the term EDM in there. EDM rave fan.
Yeah, I don't know about all that.
Yeah, might. That, I mean, it contributes.
But it's not EDM themed.
No. But for festivals.
Because I would much rather have something handmade than some crap that was made in China and just printed for no reason, you know.
Super cute.
But not everybody feels the same way. Rave people are cheap.
You know, there's one photo you don't have in here. What's it look like closed? I want to see what it looks like closed. Is it front and back? I want to see the front and the back, and I want to see it closed.
How well does it clack?
Yeah. Yeah, that's another thing that everybody likes to clack their fans. Hand-painted cat. Hand fan. Cat lover gift. Festival fan. Rave fan. Folding fan. Fan. You don't need to repeat the word fan over and over. Spanish hand fan. Cat and moon. I mean, I guess if you were trying to exact match for these terms, not a huge deal. It is a lot of unnecessary repetition.
Just a good tip. It doesn't clap. How can I annoy everyone around me?
Maybe that's a selling point. that it's quiet. I wish we had. Oh, my fan is over there. I could get my fan, start clacking it so they can hear it.
Don't be that person at a music festival. Don't clack your fan to the music, please.
Poppy's hand fan, hand painted, hand fans, beach wedding, Spanish hand fan, menopause gift.
Poppies.
Oh yeah, but don't know the thing because you're hot.
Also, I believe poppies are a common gift when someone starts menopause. Are they not?
No.
Am I not wrong?
No, you made that up. you
What
just
is it a gift for?
because you're hot.
Oh, Poppy, shut up.
You're hot flashing. Gift for her, Poppy's flower art, Poppy flower pin. Again, a lot of repetition. Keep in mind that Etsy.
I'm just an idiot.
Yeah, you're
I'm just making crap up.
Poppy. Yeah,
It's a military thing. Red poppies.
You were in the military,
Dude. And
everybody from now on, anytime.
I don't know.
When ladies, when you start menopause, make sure
your poppies.
You make sure that you
World War I. It's remembrance for soldiers who died. Yeah.
Not starting menopause, Mr. Moore.
Hey, it can be.
Anyway, Etsy mixes and matches all these terms in every possible combination, so the repetition is unnecessary. But again, if anything is selling in your shop, you don't need to worry about making changes because Etsy's figured out what you want to be known for. It makes your titles look a little bit cleaner. Yeah. Overall, though, really, really cute. I don't have very many critiques. I think you're doing fantastic. You've got a decent amount of sales. Super cute shop. I love the happy art. I feel like that could be like the whole thing.
Don't listen to me at all while I'm sitting and reading chat, trying to respond to you at the same time.
You give poppies to women when they start.
I'm going to now.
Because it's a memorial thing. It's
right.
Memorializing your uterus.
This is unique.
I'm a little nervous because these types of products, based on Etsy's most recent update, might not be available.
I'm about 99% sure this is a drop shipping thing.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and no.
I don't know.
I'm just not gonna risk it.
I don't know.
Oh.
Of course, the one you try to pull up doesn't work.
Well, it's missing the last digit, yeah. Oh, probably because I misspelled it like an idiot.
How you guys doing? How's your Wednesday going? We want to go see. Has anybody gone to see the ballerina, the John Wick movie with the lady?
The lady. Okay. Let me. So you don't back paste.
You got it.
It was not you, way too common.
Okay. Are we good?
No.
All right. The Fancher family. Hello, Fancher family. Which Fancher is here today? First thing that I notice is that your banner is quite blurry. The Fairy Godmother show. Can you get rid of the so that you can put the P on here? Let's see. I would get rid of the that you can just be Fairy Godmother shop. I think that would be better than the Fairy Godmother show. Personalized teacher gift, custom gifts for the class. Your banner is quite blurry. If you're utilizing Canva, you need to have a pro subscription to do it, but you've got to grab that little slider to download your banner, and you got to slide that sucker all the way to the right at the biggest possible size. Just up the resolution on this. If you're doing design, it's extremely important because if I'm buying something that's printed, I might be nervous that my product will arrive blurry if your branding elements are blurry. So definitely make sure that you're doing that. Cute branding. I love the whole Fairy Godmother thing. I love the little wand. Like I said, you can change your shop name. I would just get rid of the. Okay. Personalized teacher gifts, custom gifts for the class. Ooh.
Very busy. On a phone, you would not be able to tell what these are.
Yeah. List these separately and pick one. I can't. Oh,
You're not using all of the real estate that you have available. And I understand trying to get the text on the bottom so you can kind of say what they are.
you don't need to do that though.
Well, you have a title.
Yeah, that's too, I can't see these at all. Each one could be split into its own individual listing. Rule of thumb for your product photos is that your product should take up a majority of the listing photo. You don't need to put monogram clipboards real big here. You don't even need to put add your custom text on here. And if you do, I wouldn't do it in this little, this, I would put it like as a very clean banner. Pick one and list these individually. You don't need to show me if it's something where they can customize, where a teacher can customize, with their school's name. Give me one example. You don't got to show me all the different ways that it can be customized right from the thumbnail. These are really cute. Split them up into their own individual listings if these are all the different options that you offer. I know that it's going to create more listings, but it would be better to have more listings that sell because I can see them and the thumbnails are cleaner than having them all crammed together. I can't see these at all, so it defeats the purpose of showing them all to me. Again, door hanger signs, you don't need to tell me that. I can see that right here. Show me one of these on a door, even if you got to make it a mock-up. Just, find a picture of a door and slap one of these on there and then list them all separately. You don't even need to tell me that it's personalized. I would assume that if it says Mrs. Smith, that I'm going to be able to put my own name on it. You don't need to explain it to me.
Well, Etsy themselves discourages putting the add your custom text things.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can just put Mrs. Smith and I'll know.
Oh,
100%. Again, list these separately. List all of these separately. Or list one in the thumbnail and then use this as a secondary photo where they can pick their design. But
right, variations.
These aren't clickable. Same with these. I want this. This needs to make up a majority of the size and then use these other elements as, additional listing photos. I feel like you're trying to show me every single thing that I need to know in the thumbnail, and that's not necessary. The thumbnail is just to get my attention in search and to grab my attention so that I get curious enough to choose you over everyone else, and then I start to see all the different features afterwards. So either split them up or add some variants to your listing so that they can make their selections after the fact, but don't cram everything together. Look at this photo. This is a photo that I like this. This is showing it big front and center. Let's see. Big front and center. Yeah. Split these up. Again, some resizing issues. This front and center, one big piece would be perfect. Love these. Love these product or these these about section. Love these product photos. Love these about section photos. You need a headline. You missed your headline. You've got the about section in the photos, but give me a headline. Compel me to keep reading. Some FAQs, always important, especially when it comes to custom products. You could even use little, I think that there's little sparkle emojis to kind of serve as your bullet points. Let's see. Yeah, these
super cute.
These would make thumbnail. It would make a good thumbnail. The watermark over it, it's a little much. I know you're worried probably about people stealing the design, but I doubt they're going to steal it if it's got Mrs. Smith's name on it. I would just pick one of these to serve as your thumbnail. Double-sided. Love these. Great branding. Yeah, make this a secondary photo. Pick one of these to be your primary. Teacher gifts. Don't lead it with teacher gifts. You want to lead your title with exactly what the product is, because teacher gift, personalized floral. That's all I see. Lead, and it looks like you are experimenting a little bit. Lead with what the product is so that when I see it in search, especially at this, these teeny tiny sizes, get rid of floral clipboards on here. Tell me about it right in this little snippet. Personalized floral clipboard, custom clipboard with name, back to school, custom teacher gift, office or nurse gift. Little bit of repetition here. I would try to narrow down on more professions. Get rid of some of the repetition and swap in some more professions. Office or nurse. I feel like you could, there's so many. I noticed that social worker gift was trending a couple months ago. I think that these could be useful for a lot of different people. Yeah, the thumbnails are my biggest complaint here. And, obviously the branding, I would love to see this a little bit crisper, but I want to see these nice and big. This thumbnail is a nightmare. First of all, I can't tell that it's a coaster other than you've put it real big here. I can't. Free shipping, choose your design. Here's a watermark, resin coaster. Like, just show me the thing. Show it to me in use. This is the strongest photo that you have here. And these, I would love to see it being used as a coaster maybe in one of your photos, but like, just let your shop kind of breathe. You know what I mean? You don't need to put so much, and free shipping is not necessary. I can, if it ships free, I'm going to figure that out right when I see it. So again, let things breathe on their own.
Breathe.
That's
all we have time for.
Give them space to breathe. Guys, I've been a little harsher today, I feel.
No, you've just had more shops to actually, the last couple of times we've had like mostly uncritiquable shops.
I'm happy when we get shops that I can actually say things for. I feel like you don't learn anything if I'm like, your shop is perfect. I have nothing to say.
Check out my frog butt.
Oh yeah, his little
frog butt.
Anyway, guys, we're going to be back here tomorrow, same time, same place, and we're going to be here on Friday, same time, same place. But Handmade Alpha Academy, that is my self-paced Etsy coaching program. All the things that we've been talking about, SEO, the brand psychology, the, building emotions through your branding, all the things that I talk about, the positive perception, everything that I'm like rating all these shops on is exactly what I teach you how to do step by step in my 9-module Etsy coaching program. And more. And that's only open until Tuesday. We're closing Tuesday night. It is a self-paced coaching program. You are in there for life, but we can only accept students for 10 days because I'm one person and Mark is one person and we don't have a big team of people. And we have to keep class sizes manageable. That way I can actually be a good coach and respond to your emails and help you along the way. You also get 12 months of E-Rank Pro that we cover for you. So normally that's going to be $120. We cover that. You get the product photography essentials workshop, which I think it's $297 is what she charges for that.
It's money.
You get that included with your membership, and annual access to our Alpha Holiday Bootcamp. This year, we're really buckling down for the Holiday Bootcamp on data and tracking and analytics and SEO and E-Rank stuff. We're going to have the E-Rank team help out this year. It's going to be a really good one, especially with all the algorithmic changes for the, the machine learning that Etsy's been doing. That's what we primarily want to focus on. Plus, Handmade Alpha Academy, you have the ability to email me for help anytime. And that's not something that you can pay to do separately. Like, that's something that I would charge so much money for if I offered that as a perpetual service. And you have the ability to just do that anytime forever. So if you're interested in that, Mark has the link that he's going to be popping into the chat. I'm going to hang around for a little while if you've got some questions about Handmade Alpha Academy.
Sticking AHA questions until Friday at the very least.
Yeah.
If you guys are interested in checking it out, there's that. If you guys have questions that you don't want to post here, I'm going to go ahead and post
My email address.
Or you can reply to any of the emails in any of our email lists, and we will get them and reply to them there. Oh, where was it? Someone had asked, sorry, I can't find the actual comment. Someone had asked if there is a shop critique included with Handmade Alpha Academy.
So when you join HAA, no, because you just joined a class, and I can't critique you before you started the class. And someone said, no, that we don't critique you, but students can. That's not entirely true. What I ask is that while you're working through Handmade Alpha Academy, because if I just critiqued everybody who entered, we usually get like 100 students at a time. I don't have the time to do that starting out. But as you're working through the program, let's say you get through the branding module and you update your branding and you want to ask my opinions on it. I am more than happy. You can email me anytime to critique that specific element that you have just completed. If you go through the entire program and you want feedback after you have made those updates, I am more than happy to do so. But what I don't want to do is critique your shop before it's finished. You know, that's like you get the support beams up for a house you're building and you're like, come in and look around. Isn't it great? And I'm just like, oh, this would be so much nicer if there were walls and a ceiling. You know what I mean? So get through the program, because anything I critique is going to be covered in the program. I don't want to be like, yep, you need to work on your branding. That's coming up in module 3. Like, you know what I mean? So it'll waste your time and it'll waste mine, but
yeah,
work through the program and then come to me at different points as you work through it. And as somebody had said in the chat, there is also the student campus. We're up to almost 2,000 members now. Many of them are graphic designers. We've got Christina Nicole in there, who is our product photography coach. We have SEO experts in there. We have so many knowledgeable 6-figure sellers who completely make their living on Etsy, who are there to give different perspectives. I'm just one perspective, and I might not be your ideal target customer. But I guarantee that your ideal target customer is somewhere in our community, and they might be willing to say, hey, you know, I buy your type of product all the time. However, your branding is a huge turnoff to me. Yeah. And that might be something that I wouldn't have known. Just like yesterday, I told somebody not to put US flags on their listing photos, and everybody in the chat was like, no, Starla, you are wrong.
Let's do everything opposite of what the U.S. does on purpose. You can't tell them to do that.
So yeah. I think that, you know, every once in a while there's something that is very specific to your niche that I just might not be aware of.
Seasoning their food.
Seasoning their food.
Or not.
And you Brits, don't you say a word. Amber Marie was here. She came from the UK. And
her husband put applesauce on a steak, so I really don't want to hear it.
He did, because he saw applesauce and he thought it was a sauce.
We're just joshing with you. We love you.
Anyway, what do we have?
Well, Gabrielle asked how you make the heart with your hands. Your first knuckles here, you connect those, you put your thumbs together, and then you push.
Like the Gen Zers make.
He said WTF. Yeah, it's the heart, and you can do, you know, I can't do it with the two fingers.
Is this a Gen Zer thing?
No, I'm pretty sure it's a Japanese thing. No,
when we were in high school, we walked down the hallway and do this to our friends. It's not a Gen Z thing, or is it? I don't know.
Shut up.
I don't know.
I feel like SEO is my weakness, especially my titles. Is that covered in HAA?
Oh yeah. I mean,
SEO is the hot ticket, bro.
I'm a manager at eRank. If you didn't get SEO, that would be like going to the doctor's office and not getting a checkup. What I teach in Handmade Alpha Academy for SEO is a strategy that I invented based on the metadata that Etsy looks at on the back end. So what I teach in HAA in terms of SEO is completely exclusive. It's a strategy that I developed. So here on Etsy, on YouTube, I've got some SEO videos covering Etsy's best practices, how the algorithm works. In HAA, there's a little touch more. There's another layer of complexity that I have kind of studied over the years. And it's not something that, you really see in like Etsy's best practices. I mean, it's not anything that goes against their best practices, but it's just something that through my years of working for eRank and kind of digging in to all of the page data, where I believe Etsy is looking at keywords and identifying them, basically the strategy is built off of that. And then, of course, I've taken that strategy to Anthony Wolf, our CEO at eRank, to see if, he agrees. And it's one of those like, well, if Etsy didn't say it, we can't say for sure this is how it works, but it's highly likely. So that's what you learn in HAA.
And I think that's all. I don't think we have any other HAA questions specifically. So we'll see you guys here again tomorrow and Friday. It's Wednesday, my dudes. Enjoy your week, enjoy your summer, especially those of you who have kids off of school. Enjoy sleeping in if you can. HAA is open until the 24th at midnight.
Yeah, and for those who have questions not related to HAA, we'll try to answer those Friday, where we don't have as much time during the critique week because we're only here for an hour. But if you have questions, feel free to email me at starla@handmadealphaacademy.com. Let's listen to some testimonials. What do you think? Listen to some testimonials? Let's listen to some testimonials.
Goodbye.
I have become a better person through HAA.
What I really like about Starla is her honesty and transparency. There's so much that she gives to people for free.
I'm like, this is an incredible framework for me to build into and adjust to and adapt to, and all these things that I would have never been able to figure out on my own.
I was like reinvigorated about my business when I started HAA.
Our armor was featured in Lucifer season 5 finale, and the main actor got to wear things that we created here. Part of the reason why we were able and ready to do such a thing was because of the alphas.
Joining Etsy, joining any online platform, you have question after question after question. HAA has been the one place where I've got answers for nearly all my questions.
You guys and what you have done with the Handmade Alpha Academy has literally changed my life.
And you get continued help no matter where you're at in your Etsy journey. That was probably the biggest selling point for me.
The way you teach it, it's simple, it's down to earth. I can comprehend it. That's one of the things I love about your teaching style.
I don't think I ever could have done it without being in the HAA. Your step-by-step steps were fantastic.
I don't know how you could not succeed by following the step-by-step really instruction of how you lead us through HAA.
The first 4+ years that I was on Etsy, I think I had 37 sales, and we've gotten well over 1,000 since then. I think I'm up to 1,200.
Self-paced, there's an amazing Facebook group that will help you.
Invest in yourself. It's worth every penny and so much more.
I look at my Etsy shop and I look at my website and I am just in awe of what I have done. And I just look at it every day and think, wow.
I actually think that for what you get, you guys are really, really not charging enough. I hate to say that.
I've had thoughts to myself where I've been like, I'd give you guys $3,000 for this course. I see how valuable it is.
2020, I did maybe $3,000. 2021, I did $10,000. HAA for me paid back for itself 6 weeks after I signed up for it.
I definitely recommend it. If you can invest the money, the time investment is not too bad.
Well worth the money. There is nothing in all that I've taken that I haven't been able to use for my business.
Absolutely, just do it, because there's what do you have to lose? And it's everything you need in one place.
It's hard to buy an education that will teach you practical skills like we learn in HAA.
Take the plunge, do it. First off, the money back guarantee is really a selling point for me.
She knows so much about marketing and branding and the psychology behind it. So that's really good knowledge to have, and she's so willing to share that.
So I would tell everybody out there that's thinking about it, if you're ready for this step and if you're ready to grow yourself and your business, it changed our lives. Honestly,